Somewhere in the middle of an ordinary day, you stop for a moment and realize everything you've been reading, thinking, testing, all the teachings, those channeling lessons, those scattered insights, have been quietly rearranging themselves into a single picture. It's like standing close to a mosaic. At first, you only saw the coloured stones. But when you step back, the image appears, a map, showing you the way home. You remember how it starts. First, you listen to your gut. Then, to the hunch that makes no logical sense, but feels right anyway. That's the first key. Intuition is data. The brain calls it pattern recognition. The mystic calls it guidance. Science calls it predictive processing. Your nervous system running models of the world so far ahead of consciousness that when it speaks, it sounds like a whisper from somewhere else. Now, when you act on those whispers, small things shift. You answer a message at the exact right moment. You take the long road home and meet someone who changes your week. You stop scrolling for half a second and an idea lands that will still matter a year from now. These are the feedback pings of the universe that notices your attention. And the more you act on them, the more precise the signal becomes. That's the spiritual lesson hidden in plain sight. Attention is currency, and intention is steering. When you spend attention on truth, you buy clarity. When you hoard fear, you buy confusion. If you ignore the lessons, if you keep calling your own wisdom coincidence, life doesn't punish you. It just sends louder echoes, the same kind of argument, the same kind of setback, the same déjà vu. If didn't I learn this already? That's karma as curriculum, not condemnation. So imagine two futures running side by side. In one, you follow the call. You treat intuition as an experiment, not a superstition. You learn to channel ideas, art, compassion. Your relationships start to align with honesty. You feel that quiet hum of I'm on track. In the other future, you postpone. You tell yourself you'll trust your gut when evidence is safer. The evidence never quite arrives. Opportunities drift by like unclaimed mail. And you keep wondering why life feels like reruns. Neither future is wrong. They're just different chapters waiting for the author to choose. And that's the bigger picture, isn't it? The purpose of these teachings is not to make you special, but to make you responsible, able to respond consciously to the feedback of reality. Channeling isn't hearing voices, it's learning the language of cause and effect spoken in synchronicities, emotion and timing. Every act of awareness writes a new line in that language. So as you hear these words, let a simple curiosity take root. What if I already know how to do this? Because you do. Every time you push before reacting, every time you sense the right word before it's said, every time you feel the click of a decision that just fits, that's channeling. All you're really learning is to trust that faculty on purpose. And as you picture that trust growing, imagine the ripple effect. Projects completed, conversations healed, coincidences multiplying until you stop calling them coincidences. You start waking with ideas that ask to be built. You start sleeping like someone who's finally in alignment. The ramifications of acting on this That's the side effect of listening to yourself. So take a breath, slow, deliberate, and think of one small action that honours that knowing. Today, write, call, rest, move, create, whatever it is. That's your next breadcrumb on the spiral staircase upward. And while you walk, notice the mirror that the world holds up. Notice that the reflection is changing. Not because the mirror is magic, but because you are.